Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Bolt, on another video. This is part 2 of the How to Level Up Your Skills in Hypixel series. Now, if you haven't seen the last video where I go over fishing, I definitely highly suggest you go check that out. So, in today's video, we are going to be talking about combat and how to level up your combat skills. Right, so stay tuned. Okay. So, like in the previous video, there will be timestamps you can skip to in the description below or the video progress bar. So, gear. So, what are the essentials that you need in order to basically do your combat skills? Well, obviously, you're going to need a weapon, and there's different weapons that range from swords and bows. I personally use a sword, the pigment sword, but you can use any other weapon that has a high damage, that deals high damage, or you can use a bow. And another essential is armor. So, right. So like I said, I use the pigment sword. So it is expensive, but it has a lot of bonus. It's really good, so I think it's worth the price that it stands. So also, so as you can see up in the top, it's a little cut out, but you can see, you can't really see the damage, the regular damage, but it says it has plus 125 strength. Now the plus 25 means I have the legendary modifier on it. Ooh, we got a hello. We got a person on a island. That's really neat. You get a shout out to them shout out to this person. Right. So aside from having now the rune crafting, if you notice, it doesn't do anything. It's just purely aesthetic. It doesn't do anything. If you know rune crafting, it doesn't do that much. Probably another reason why I'm probably not going to go over that, because that kind of ties in with this video, and it really doesn't do much. So, right, so I also have the legendary aspect of the end, but the pigment sword you can see has plus 20% crit chance, plus 108 crit damage, so that's pretty good. So if you hold your item and then go in your inventory and click on you can see my stats. You can see I have a 62% chance of crit chance. So that means most of the time I'm doing a crit hit. And the critical damage is 205%. So that's pretty solid. Yeah, I could get my crit chance up, but you know. So, right, so you could also use the aspect of the end, or basically any other sword that you find fits your need. Or you don't have to use a sword, you can use a bow and arrow, or there's certain axes that are good for combat. I just personally use a sword, so that's what we're going to be doing in this video. And also, right, so the next thing is obviously you want to enchant it to make it absolutely deadly, like, make it the best sword you can make it. So you can read off all my enchantments that you see up on screen. Right, okay, so the next thing that's absolutely critical is armor. So I suggest a strong set of armor, such as a dragon set. I have the young dragon armor, and I personally like it because it makes me run fast, it gives me a lot of health, and it gives me a lot of defense. So aside from armor, you also want to have high health and defense. So I personally use the blue whale minion, but another good minion, you're also gonna want this minion, which the wolf minion maybe, and it also gives you like bonuses for kill combos. Right. Also another good minion is the Griffin pet. It's from, I forgot the name, but it's from that one pet, mayor. So it gives you a bunch of different, perks to having it leveled up. So that's also another minion that I suggest having on you. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but yeah, so that's weapons, that's armors, that's minions. I think that's gonna wrap it up for the gear. I really don't use potions too much. Oh, another thing is you're gonna want a wand of mending and a radiant power orb, which these are both from the from Slayer, which I will cover in this video, so stay tuned for that. Right, so, and then we'll definitely get into minions and all that stuff, so let me hide myself in the house. So, this gives you this heals you 90 hearts per second, 90 health points per second for 7 seconds. Unfortunately, the wand heals do not stack. It costs 100 mana, but it's absolutely worth it in that pinch where you need a quick heal. This also places 30 seconds buffing up to 5 players within 18 blocks. Costs 50% of max mana. Only 1 orb applies per player. It heals 1% of max health per second. So that's another really good for like keeping your health topped up, because keeping your health pretty high up there is important, because we all know if your health drops to 0, you die. So keep maintaining high health is critical in your combat adventure. Oh, this is for enchanting. We'll get that into another video. So I think that wraps up gear. Now, so next we're going to talk about like places that you can combat. You can do your combat skills. So one good place is over in the graveyard. Now this can tie in with the slaying, which is going to be the next own chapter of this video. So stay tuned for that as well, or you can go ahead and skip ahead. I think skip ahead to that timestamp below. So I think it's a good time to remind you to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, as of course it helps out the channel. So you notice these crypt ghouls. No, they don't have anything to do with cryptocurrency, but that's what they are called. So now they do have high health, but they give you 34.2 combat XP per like kill. And you can see I got bonus for I get bonuses for combos. Right, so you're gonna want good health, and you're gonna want a strong sword for this. But the reality is, it's a really good method. Now, let me fix that 99. There we go. The reality is, so you're pretty much gonna want a strong weapon if you're gonna want to level up, because there's like, if you're not that advanced, I would suggest killing these guys, but these guys don't give too much, so it's almost critical that you, so yeah, see, these are runic mobs that have like a lot more health, but they give you runic XP, so you can, rune crafting XP, you can see down there. And it also gives you a random ruin thing. Right, so that's this place. It's the crypt, the place with the crypt ghouls. So I suggest slaying these guys for a little bit. Next spot would be the end. So if I just travel to, oh, yeah, you can't fast travel in combat. But once you get out of combat for, oops, I meant to go back to my private island. But once you get out of combat, you should be able and stay there for a few seconds. You should be solid. So the next good place is the end, because there's lots of Endermen. Now do note these guys also pack quite the punch, so you're going to need a pretty strong weapon for the and for the strong sword that I have. I don't always one tap these guys because of course sometimes I don't critical and I do a pretty bad hit, but these guys are not bad. There's also down there you can kill the zealots, but they are have a lot more strength and health. But it's but they see but it's a really good method because it gives you 42.8 XP per Enderman. So, and then I believe there's one more that I want to cover, and that's, oh, I meant to, and that's the, now, the, nether is also a pretty good spot. The spider's den is also a pretty good spot to get XP, but the one I was thinking of is the like, the deep mines. Because you notice there's different levels, so if, like, you can kill these guys give decent XP, and they're not too difficult, so if you're beginner-ish, you can consider these guys. And then there's also down there these guys, like, these guys definitely pack a punch. I remember struggling with when I was not as strong as I am today. But these guys give solid XP as well, and so rune crafting. Now, there's a chance that they spawn as rune crafting. More times than not. Ooh, you mine lagging. Mine was lagging. More times than not, it's just a regular mob. But if it has that purple health bar, then you know it's a event New Year celebration. Doing a party in the village, going to the bakery. Just okay. If it's purple text for the health bar, then you know that's runic. Be aware that they have, like, I believe quadruple health. But if you have a strong sword, it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, that's this place. So yeah, that's pretty much the spots that I want to cover with, like, different spots. Now do comment down below any other spots that you can think of, and we will dive right into slaying. Alright, slaying. So you're gonna want to go, so you see the bank, right? And you head, it's between the entrance to the dungeon and bank. You're gonna want to head this way to this little building. And then you're going to notice the bartender, and then you're going to notice the stairs up and down. You're going to want to go down, and you will see this guy, Maddox the Slayer, and he will, like, assign you a bunch of different slaying, like, you got the Revenant Horrors, your Tarantula, 7th pack, and this, so personally, I do the Revenant Horror. There's different amounts that you can do. Now, do note they cost some money, so be careful with the more expensive ones like this one, because it requires 50k, and this guy I've tried out was pretty bad, and like if you die, you don't get your 50k coins back. So be careful. Basically, before you get into a fight, make sure you know you can come out on top, because otherwise, it's not going to be it's going to be financially devastating, especially for the higher ones up. So I'm just gonna do the Revenant Horror one just so I can show you on camera. So it requires 2k. Oh, I already had. Anyway, so I need to slay 150 combat XP worth of zombies. Now, crypt ghouls do count as zombies, so make sure you fight them because they give you more XP than regular zombies. So see, I would need 24 kills, but watch as I take out a crypt ghoul. It's gonna be much, like a lot less. I'd imagine I don't really. Yeah, so you only need 5. Now there's once you kill them all, there's a special boss, which is the Revenant Horror. This guy's one tap. But there's more difficult ones out. Now you keep doing that, and then once you're done, you can go claim your XP from the guy from Medox. So that's basically slaying in a nutshell. Basically, you just go to this guy. He'll assign you a quest. You kill a number of certain amount. You kill X amount of zombies, and then you fight the boss, and then you come back and claim your reward. I know that's a lot of XP to go till my next level, but right, so that's pretty much slaying done, and that almost wraps up the video, but there's one last thing, and that is, of course, minions. So, I use a bunch, I'd say I use a few, okay, so this is a bunch of different minions you could use. I personally use the Revenant Horror, it's a gift on the Revenant, Horror. This is related to the slaying, so on level 5 to Slayer, once you level up to level 5 of the Revenant Horror, you will get this a minion for free. I encased it in this cube because these guys do have a lot of health, so I suggest encasing it because I can easily whip these guys, but sometimes you can't always do that, so I suggest doing that so they don't attack you. I mean, if you're gonna come and claim them, they're gonna attack you, but really I think this is just so they don't get far away from the minions so they can still be harvested. So this guy will produce large amounts of rotten flesh. I have a super compactor 3000, and diamond, so you can claim these enchanted rotten flesh, and it will give you a lot of slaying XP. So I also suggest having a minion chest, because guy can claim a lot, can rack up a lot of stuff. So yeah, I definitely suggest this guy, because he gives a lot of XP. There's a number of other ones, such as zombies. Now this guy is upgraded with zombie minions, so I had zombie minions, but I used it to upgrade that guy. So now there are a bunch of different, there's spider minions, skeleton minions, there's other minions that you can use, but I suggest the Revenant Horror minions, because this gives a lot of slaying XP. So yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video. Let me know in the comment section below if I missed anything, because I'm sure I did, but I wasn't able to catch it on video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, as of course it always helps out the channel. And I will catch you on another one. Peace.